is Ibukunluwa Adedeji. I'm an agronomist with specialization in plant breeding and genetics from the University of Ilorin in Nigeria. We want to discuss about laboratory management and safety precautions in the laboratory. Permit me to start by defining what a laboratory is. The laboratory is a facility that provides control conditions for conducting research on plant and animal samples. Let me define safety as a state of being safe or free from hazardous or chemical substances that can pose a threat to life of the laboratory user. Having worked in a tissue culture facility for over 8 years, this will be my reference point whenever I talk about a laboratory in this discussion. Safety precautions are a set of rules or conduct that a laboratory user must adhere with in order to ensure safety use of the laboratory. The first precaution that a laboratory user must engage in is hand hygiene. That is the use of antibacterial soap to wash the hands for about 20 seconds under running water. Thereafter, the hands can be rubbed with 70% alcohol to ensure sterility and contamination-free environment for the in vitro cultures. That's for tissue culture plants. Then the use of PPE, personal protection equipment like nose mask, hand gloves, laboratory coats, laboratory shoes. All these are for the safety of the user so that there is no contact with personal wares. These laboratory equipment are able to protect the user from having contact with chemicals, most especially in situations where these chemicals are toxic. Then labeling of chemicals. Every chemical comes with a manufacturer manual, and before use, the manual must be read in order to know what each chemical contains. These chemicals must be used to carry out research, but at the same time, the safety of the user is very important. It's very, very key when laboratory activities are carried out. So, these labels or manuals that come with each chemical must be carefully read and digested so that the user is guided on what it contains and the side effects of these chemicals when they are used. Also, the shelves must be clearly labeled. The shelves where the chemicals are kept must be labeled and with dates for chemicals that have expiry dates. These dates must be taken into consideration in order to ensure their effectiveness. Another thing is that food items must not be kept with these chemicals and other lab consumables. There must be no eating and drinking in the laboratory so that there will be no interaction between food and drinks and these chemical substances in order to be safe from their toxic effects. Then do not taste any chemical. It does not matter whether they look like salt. Like most of the salts that are used, inorganic salts that are used to prepare plant nutrient medium in a tissue culture laboratory, they look like salts when you see them, but never taste them because they can be very harmful to human lives. Then another precaution is how to dispose waste in the laboratory. Waste disposal is very important. When waste are not adequately disposed, they can pose a threat to life because they can suck back, they can seep water, into water pipes. So before any waste is disposed, they must be autoclaved. That's for a tissue culture laboratory, so that the active ingredients in the chemicals are broken down before they are thrown into the sink and are disposed. Also, the light supply, electricity supply must be switched off when leaving the lab in order for fire accidents not to occur when people are no longer working in the laboratory. Also, the water supply must be um, turned off in order not to flood the lab. So these are the safety precautions that must be adhered to when working in the laboratory. Thank you for listening.